Exchange students' host family got what they deserved. 20 years ago in high school, we had this Japanese exchange student named Yuki join our class. She was one of those people who just lights up a room when they walk in. Always smiling, super friendly, and her English was really good. Everyone loved her. We became friends pretty quickly, and she started coming over to my house for dinner, like twice a week. My parents absolutely adored her. My mom would make extra food just so Yuki could take leftovers back with her. My dad would joke around with her and she'd laugh at all his terrible puns. But after about 2 months, I noticed something was off. Yuki wasn't her normal happy self. She'd zone out in the middle of conversations. She stopped laughing as much. I figured she was just homesick and tried to cheer her up by inviting her over more. Then one night at dinner, she just broke down crying right there at our kitchen table. My mom jumped up and hugged her while my dad and I just sat there not knowing what to do. When she finally calmed down enough to talk, she told us everything. Her host family was stealing from her. Not like money or anything super valuable, but little things. Hair clips, lip gloss, snacks she'd bought. At first, she thought she was just misplacing stuff, but then things started disappearing that she knew exactly where she'd left them. The worst part was the chocolate. Yuki had bought this special Japanese chocolate to bring back to her family when she went home. It was expensive and she'd been saving up for it. One day, she noticed a bar was missing. She asked her host family about it during dinner. The mom, the dad, and their 2 teenage daughters all just laughed at her. The older daughter actually said, "You're going crazy. We didn't take anything." Then they all went back to eating like she hadn't said anything. The next morning, Yuki woke up to find an empty chocolate wrapper shoved under her bedroom door. She checked her stash, and sure enough, another bar was gone. She was so confused and upset but didn't know what to do. These people were supposed to be taking care of her. She bought more chocolate to replace what was stolen. 2 days later, another wrapper under her door. She replaced it again. Same thing happened. This went on 4 times. 4 times someone stole from her and left the evidence right under her door like they were taunting her. That's when she told us everything. My mom was furious. My dad got this look on his face that I'd only seen a few times before. He stood up and said, "Don't worry, sweetie. I have an idea." Then he grabbed his keys and left. He came back 30 minutes later with a pharmacy bag. Inside was this chocolate that looked exactly like regular chocolate bars, but it was actually X-Lax. You know, that stuff that makes you have to go to the bathroom really bad. My dad explained his plan to Yuki. She'd take her real chocolate out of the wrappers and put the laxative chocolate inside the wrappers instead. Then she'd leave it in her room like normal and wait. Yuki's eyes got huge and she started laughing for the first time in weeks. My mom was trying not to smile, but I could tell she approved. That night, Yuki went back to the host family's house and set up the trap. She put the fake chocolate bars exactly where the real ones had been. Then she waited. Nothing happened the first night. The chocolate just sat there. Same thing the second night. Yuki was starting to think maybe they'd stopped stealing. But on the third night, she woke up to empty wrappers under her door again. She had to cover her mouth to keep from laughing. Someone had taken the bait. But who was it? She didn't have to wait long to find out. Around 7 in the morning, she heard footsteps running down the hallway. The youngest daughter, who was like 16, rushed into the bathroom. A few minutes later, she came out looking pale and told her mom she had a really bad stomachache. Yuki pretended to be reading in the living room, but she was watching everything. The daughter kept running back and forth to the bathroom. Like every 15 minutes, she'd rush in there. Her mom kept asking if she was okay, and the girl just kept saying her stomach hurt really bad. This went on all day. The daughter missed school. She was in the bathroom so much that her older sister started complaining about needing to use it. At dinner, the girl couldn't eat anything and just sat there looking miserable. Yuki told me later that she felt a tiny bit bad, but then she'd remember all those wrappers shoved under her door and the way they'd laughed at her, and the guilt would disappear. The daughter was stuck on the toilet for over 24 hours straight. She never stole from Yuki again. Neither did anyone else in that family, and Yuki got to bring home her chocolate to her real family.